as the Minister of Information is that there are no charges being preferred against the Honorable Chaguri, and the state is not looking for him. He's a free man. And that's the point I made. He chose on his own volition to go into hiding. The state is not interested in him, otherwise the state would pick him from wherever he is, because we know. We have technology to trace people. But because we are not interested in him, that's why I said he's free to be in his home. At the moment, he's not at the home, but he's free anytime and members of his family. There is a light deployment at his home, not to harass anybody, but for Ugandans not to use the home as a public disorder hub for purposes of security. There are security interests. And therefore there is some access control. Because again also when the head of the home is not there, you wouldn't want the whole crowd of Ugandans to just swim there. So there's some control, but harmless. So leader of opposition, your leader is not wanted by the state, and advise him to be at home, provided he doesn't engage in law breaking. There is no problem with that. Secondly, it is not true that I have ever been abducted by this government. In 2012, we had an issue in this house where a colleague died in circumstances which were not clear. I was tasked by the House as a Commissioner of Parliament to be part of the team to find out what had happened. Unfortunately, there was like a misunderstanding between the government and us in the Parliament, and I was arrested on my way to Fort Portal and detained at the Ginger Road Police Station, produced in the Uganda Road Court, given bail, and for 9 months we battled with the government, and I defeated the government and forgave the government. Yes. And actually, Mr. General Kare Kaihura apologized to me officially, because I also told the president that I am a qualified medical doctor and I knew what I was doing in that investigation. I remember we had an argument before, and I told him I will defeat you in the court because I am a senior doctor, highly qualified by the way, and there is no law I had broken, and indeed court agreed with me. So insinuations that I was abducted, I know the Honorable Ssemujju usually wants to use it all the time and the opposition, but that one is long past, so I just wanted to clarify. And I was working as a commissioner.
Point of order.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, I have not said anything since I came here. But the Honorable Chris Baryomunsi, who was charged for stealing Nebanda's body parts, wants to draw me in an argument where I am not a party. I went to see him at Ginger Road Police, where they had denied him even sandals. And I followed this matter up to court, stood with him. Is he in order not to thank me, but to keep dragging me in his submission and create an impression that I have said something, yet I have said nothing? Is he in order?
Honorable Ssemujju, when Honorable Chris was presenting, I saw you, on your face I saw signs which are not usual. You are not the usual you. So I think since he's a qualified doctor and highly qualified, he might have understood you better. that you're concerned or you are so. Huh? So, but at least you should thank Honorable Ssemujju for what he did.
No, actually, Honorable Ssemujju is my
Did
friend.
he bring you sandals even, or he just observed and went away?
I want to thank the Honorable Ssemujju because actually he came and many colleagues came to visit me, but he came empty-handed. He came empty-handed. But I appreciate he was concerned, but he even wrote a story in Observer which misquoted what he claims I have said, but that's for another day. But I want to thank him and the other colleagues. And I remember the Honorable Amuriat and the Honorable Nabu Kenya and the Honorable David Bahat stood surely for me in court. So it's true, there was support in the Parliament during that time because we were fighting for the welfare of a colleague who had died in circumstances which were not clear. And I've always said, if it happened again, I would still do the same that I did then, to fight for the rights of somebody, especially who can't speak for himself or speak for herself in those circumstances. So I have no regrets for what I did on behalf of Parliament then as a parliamentary commissioner. So you should never use it to blackmail me or to think that I will feel shy because of the role that I played as a commissioner in this house. But I also want to put on record that the charges were not about stealing body parts. No. No, it was not about stealing body parts. That will be for another day. Now, you, Right Honorable Speaker, my plea to the honorable members and all of us as leaders, and that's the point I have been making in the media, that we are done with elections. Presidential, parliamentary, local government at LC5, municipal councils, waiting now for the LC3 and town councils to complete this process. Whoever is aggrieved with the results, there is a channel for court to petition so that if you adduce evidence to the courts, then the courts can listen to you. But inciting the public for people to go into riots and violence, I think is not helpful for both of us in the government, even for you in opposition, because we want a stable Uganda. We want if you think you were rigged or you were treated unfairly, there are channels of court, but not an uncivilized way of inciting Ugandans. And security has a responsibility to ensure that you and I are safe in this country, because me being a candidate, whether presidential, parliamentary, is not a license to threaten you and harm your security as a Ugandan. And therefore, whatever actions you see security doing is in that line that they have a duty with the leave of the Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.